Good morning, everybody, or depending on when you're watching this, I guess afternoon or evening. I am recording this in the morning here in Florida, 8:30 in the morning. Pretty early for me, I guess, but that's what happens when you have a little one-year-old son. So, anyways, we have got four more of these three balls for the year. Now, again, I'm going to continue them through the fall season as well, but this is just for the 2018-2019 PGA Tour season. This is the last regular event. Then we go into the playoffs for 3 weeks. 125 make the playoffs, then 70, and then 30 for the three tournaments this year. So, who are we going to learn about? Well, we're going to learn about some of the best golfers in the field. And then, of course, I wouldn't be this video if I didn't throw you in one curveball. So, without further ado, let's learn just a little bit about the Wyndham Championship. Sorry, I'm getting my tech here loaded up. So, again, we're going to be doing the Wyndham Championship this week. And let's head in and learn a little bit about it. Okay, this week's tournament, the Wyndham Championship, it's played at Sedgefield Country Club this year, par 70, measuring right around 7,200 yards. The course has been host to the event since the early 60s, switching off runs of years with Forest Oaks Country Club. Now, basically, that means that it's about a 5-year, maybe a 10-year run for one course, and then the other course gets it for basically the same amount of time. Now, since 2008, it's actually only been at Sedgefield, so quite a long run here at this golf course, and the players seem to love it here. So it's been the last tournament before the playoffs for quite some time now, and there's been a tournament in Greensboro, North Carolina, where Sedgefield is, since the late 30s. So really been a hot spot for golf. Almost every year they've gotten a tournament for, almost over 80 years. So 200K, I think, if I am not mistaken, it's a 200K to first. I'm sorry, it actually is 100K to first for the $5 this week. I thought it was 200, but I'm sorry, that's next week. 100K to first on DraftKings top prize. You get 3 of them this week. FanDuel's top prize is 25K. For some reason, I guess they didn't like that I won their top prize last week, so they lowered it this week, sadly. Hopefully it'll get a boost next week with a big and good field in the playoffs. So let's learn about the players. And yes, of course, I'm going to talk about Jordan Spieth. He's one of the favorites in the field, and so I guess that's one of the reasons why I'm going to talk about him here. 2 other players I mentioned, Webb Simpson's also in the field, and Paul Casey's also in the field, and Hideki Matsuyama. So a couple of other stars, but we're going to focus on Spieth. 11,800 on FanDuel, 10-6 on DraftKings. Recent form, looking pretty good. 12th at the WGC, 20th at the Open. Been really struggling on his approaches, 161st on the year. That's why he has not had a win. It's why he's not right now qualified for the Tour Championship. Putting is 7th on the year. That's why he's actually been able to keep a job, although he's got plenty of status for years and years to come because of all his wins that he's piled up. This is the only reason why he's, I'm going to say, made any cuts or money this year. His putting has been fantastic. So why do I like him this week? Well, last week, his approach numbers started to get better. He ended up still losing, but that's because he ended up missing the green on a lot of them. But his proximity to the hole was actually very good. And with these greens here at Sedgefield much easier to hit, I suspect those numbers to improve drastically this week. And as well as he's putting, you get him anywhere on the green, and he is a threat to make it. So Jordan Spieth, I like him a lot this week. Yes, there was a time where I didn't like him and went through, but this week I'll be back to my normal of playing. No matter where he comes in terms of ownership, I'll be at my normal 304X for Jordan Spieth. Next guy we're going to talk about is Viktor Hovland, and we've talked about him a few times, but I thought I'd bring him up again because he is the third guy out of the star trio of rookies that has not yet qualified for the PGA Tour. As it stands right now, he would have to head to the web.com, which he has qualified for based on his 4 professional starts where he's finished in the top 25 of each of them. So if you're interested to see how much more Hovland is going to need to get to the PGA Tour, go ahead and become an Awesemo.com Plus member. I cover that in my Winning Element article that gives away all of my picks and allocations for the week. So as you can see, 16th, 13th, and 13th in his last 3 events. He's played well in each of them. Definitely worthy of a PGA Tour membership, but you got to go out and earn it. They don't just give them away here. So no strokes gained ranks for Hovland yet on the year. But I do expect him hopefully to get into the top 10 this week and get himself a start over the fall circuit. Unless he wins, we're not going to see him the next 3 weeks. So it's likely he gets probably 5 weeks off until the web.com Tour Finals. Where then at the web.com Tour Finals, like I said, I suspect he'll probably earn his PGA Tour card right through there. So next I want to learn about is another guy that has kind of come out of nowhere and is chasing his PGA Tour card. His name is Charlie Danielson. We saw him first at the U.S. Open, making the cut. And since then, he's gone 15th at the Rocket Mortgage, 49th at the John Deere, and 7th at the Barracuda Championship last week, which got him into this field. 6,100 on DraftKings, 7,100 on FanDuel. Very cheap, so if you do like Webb Simpson, Hideki Matsuyama, or Jordan Spieth, or all three, you're going to need him to complement those lineups. So, hopefully you've enjoyed this edition of the Roslin's 3 Ball. Of course, if you want more information, we've got a free article out right now, The First Cut. Go ahead and go to Osmo.com/PGA. Scroll down to find The First Cut article, which I give you player preview, player picks, statistical preview, and a bunch more, all for free every single week. So, until next time, everybody, I hope you've enjoyed this, and we will be back for the Northern Trust. It's not an invitational or championship. It's just called the Northern Trust. That'll be next week. It'll be a full field of 125 players, and most of the best players in the world will be there. So until then, everybody, good luck this week, and cheers.